Hello everyone, I'm Gori Suture, and I'm here to invite you to read my novel, Asphyxia. I promise you, Asphyxia is not like any other book you've ever read. It's a psychedelic sojourn through dark eroticism, and it is not for the faint of heart. It's a sensual, kinky, darker form of fabulism that drips with supernatural horror, and I'd like to encourage you to explore your darker side. This is a book inspired by growing up in a hyper-religious environment with cult-like oppression. It is a rejection of traditional values and norms, and it embraces all things kinky and macabre. I write about broken characters who endure divine intervention and then glue themselves together into something better and profound. There are four main characters. Kathina, the nihilistic sexpot, she loves too easily and too deeply. She can't bear the thought of hurting those she loves, all the while wishing the rest of the world would just die already. She prefers the ornate Victorian Gothic look, but she doesn't wear the clothes for the attention. She just doesn't feel true to herself dressing any other way. Raised in a strict religious home, she is repulsed by Christian hypocrisy. Nathaniel, the teenage occultist, he is the quintessential goth boy, the kind of teenager that wears I Heart Satan t-shirts just to scare the norms. Fashion is important to him, and he's often freakishly overdressed in leather, tattered fishnets, and garish makeup, like a trashed and wasted midnight whore. Yet beneath his dark facade, his ego is fragile. He wears his heart upon his sleeve and feels everything too deeply, and thus he overindulges in booze and drugs. Eldridge, the shapeshifter, he feels like the loneliest creature on earth. A nomad, he travels from town to town. He is driven to eat human souls in order to stave off the maddening pain he feels from having his wings cut off. He assumes the identity of his most recent kill, and for a little while he can pretend to be human, but inevitably the agony caused by the ghostly remains of his severed wings drives him to kill again until he's consumed everyone his stolen identity loves. And finally there is Daniele, the broken doll, who was born from the earth of a filthy cellar floor. Much of her humanity has been abused out of her, and only her closest companions know how to find the sweet little girl that dwells deep inside her, past the brick wall. Though she escaped her abductor, she is eternally caged. This story is the tale of boyfriend and girlfriend Nathaniel and Kathina, and how their lives are altered when they meet Eldridge. Eldridge picks out Nathaniel to victimize, but there is something about Nathaniel that makes Eldridge unable to kill him. The story goes on to explore the relationship between these four people. This is the first book in a series called The Paradox Chronicles. The series is a combination of metaphysical and visionary fiction and dark erotic horror and fantasy. Herein, I intentionally use the power of shock to loosen up the neuroplasticity of the mind to help initiate a different path of thinking, to help the reader arrive at unexpected conclusions, which will vary from reader to reader depending on one's personal mindset. Now, you can just read these books for the hot and steamy erotica, but if you are open to esoteric thinking, there are a lot of goodies packed in between the lines. This is a book series that explores subjectivity and how that alters the very mind of God. This book is available on Amazon, and you can visit my webpage to find out more at www.gorisuture.com. Thanks for reading!